Welcome back to another episode of Rewind and Repeat. As always, I'm your host, Cody Tucker, and with me, as always, the old co-hosts, Blaine and Tyler. Tyler, you want
What's up?
All right. So, yeah, this is gonna be a good one today.
Great one.
We're talking about the 1995, just all around mind screw of a movie, 12 Monkeys.
Great sci-fi movie. Super fun.
Oh man, Blaine, as always, you have not seen this movie. Am I
Never
correct?
heard of it in my life.
Never
Like,
heard
for
of it.
real?
Yeah, it again. This
That
was
blows my mind.
completely oblivious to me.
Yeah.
That's
12
amazing.
Monkeys was not what this movie was about.
No.
Not really. No.
Nope.
So did you look up, Blaine?
Nope.
I am curious about this because you typically have not seen the movies that we're doing, which is part of the appeal.
Amazing. Yeah.
But I'm saying, are you looking up shit about these movies before? Like, are you looking up stuff about the movies before you watch them?
I look up when we talk about what movie to discuss and look at the thumbnail. And then when we're deciding on a movie, I base it off of the characters, the thumbnail, and the title. And I picked this one thinking 12 monkeys were going to be involved. This was
Blaine, you were so disappointed. Well, there are monkeys.
Not disappointed in any way.
Yeah. Oh no.
Well,
there was a couple scenes I didn't like, but I was not disappointed.
I just imagine Blaine about an hour and 45 minutes in going, where are the goddamn monkeys?
No, they came.
He's
They
going to watch
came, but
Jumanji.
they were not.
They
Yes,
did.
dude. When the monkeys finally came, we'll talk about it, bro.
Yeah.
There's a couple of moments of monkeys,
emotions.
actually. So
Yeah.
I just imagine Blaine thinking we're watching like George of the Jungle or something.
Yeah.
So mad.
No, I was thinking, you guys remember We Bought a Zoo?
Oh yeah.
You thought it was gonna be that?
No, man.
It's a little different.
I saw the thumbnail and I thought it was going to be like Riddick meets We Bought a Zoo.
Oh, perfect.
It does kind of look like Riddick, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
That's good.
That's
Tyler,
so great.
Your
Yeah.
first experience with this movie. Did you watch it when it
Theater.
came out?
Yeah, of
Theater.
course.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater. Came out in 1995. Terry Gilliam is probably the main reason that I went to go see it. But Bruce Willis is he was the selling point of it at that particular point in time. And like it was on the heels of Brad Pitt becoming wildly famous. So really incredible movie.
When do you think is the last time you watched it before we did this? Has it been a while for you? Because it's been a long time for me since I've seen this.
3 weeks, maybe. Listen, this is the thing about this movie. Yeah. Let me tell you something about this movie. I know.
Fuck.
So when we finished this podcast last week, we were like, oh, the movie. And then my wife, she's always like, oh, what's the next movie that you're doing? And so I was like, 12 Monkeys. And she was like, oh, you don't even have to watch that one, do you?
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
I'm going to tell you, I've seen, of all the movies that we've watched, that we've covered so far in the podcast, I think I've seen this. If you added up all of the other movies together, maybe 7. I think maybe 7. I've seen close to this. I no exaggeration. 150 times, like no exaggeration. Yeah.
This movie?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen it so many times. And look, I'm a big Terry Gilliam fan.
Yeah.
And we're gonna dive deep into some Terry Gilliam lore and all kinds of fun shit.
Oh,
later,
for sure.
So, yeah.
Blaine, any idea who Terry Gilliam is?
I just looked him up. Not a clue.
Right.
Haven't seen a single thing but this.
You never watched Monty Python?
It was probably on TV, and I know lore, but I've never seen it or sat through it.
Oh, well, we're gonna
Fisher
be
King, Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure Blaine saw that one. Blaine, you ever watch Brazil?
Brazil?
Never heard of it. I saw the thumbnail. I was like,
Dude, I've seen Brazil so many times.
I've never seen it.
Oh my
never
God,
seen Brazil.
so good.
Yeah,
So
I've
good.
seen the Fisher King a lot. Blaine, add that to your list. Fisher King is great. Robin Williams, Jeff Bridges.
Oh
So
my God.
good. It's very, very good, Blaine, and you would like it a lot.
Yeah. Heartbreaking and just
Robin Williams is
so good.
Amazing in it.
Powerful performances.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, it's been a long time, probably since I was maybe 18, 19's last
Oh,
time I watched this
wow.
movie, but I
Yeah.
watched it a lot growing up.
Yeah.
A lot. The first time I watched it, I remember being really little, maybe about 5 or 6, and the only thing I remembered was Bruce Willis eating a spider.
Oh, yeah.
I had that
Yeah.
vision in my head all through my childhood from watching it one time, like, it late at night. My parents probably thought I was asleep, and, I'm on the couch and, like, one eye open watching this movie, and, I see a guy eat a spider, and I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't need to be seeing this with my, young eyes." And for a while, I thought that I had made that up, that I just had, like, a dream that somebody
That
was eating a
Bruce
spider
Willis
or
was eating
something.
spider.
I've had weirder dreams,
Yeah,
I
okay.
can assure
Okay,
you.
yeah.
I've made Bruce Willis do a lot of weird things in my dreams. I can a lot of baby oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put P. Diddy to shame with the things me and Bruce have done.
You, Bruce, P. Diddy, or R. Kelly. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, I just I don't know what it, when you're a kid, sometimes like you don't like, especially if you have vivid dreams, you don't really necessarily, you have a hard time distinguishing whether something was a dream or it really happened. And then I remember watching this again when I was probably like 12 or 13 and being like, oh my God, this was real. Like I did
Yeah.
see this actually
Yeah.
happen. I saw the spider thing. So, and then I watched it a bunch after that, like all through my teenage years, watched it constantly. Hence why it was one of the movies to do. And I'm glad
Absolutely.
we're doing it because
Yep.
I like it whenever it's a movie that I haven't seen in a while. I get to kind of
That's
go down
good.
memory lane a little. So let's do some facts and figures. So the movie's released on December 29th, 1995. Budget $29 million. That's a
Yep.
pretty low budget
Oh, yeah.
for this movie, which I mean, a lot of it's all practical effects.
There
for the
are
most
reasons.
Part.
There are reasons why it's $29 million.
Reasons being,
it's because he had he'd done Baron Adventures of Baron Munchausen and had gone so far over budget, and that they didn't think he was ever going to work in Hollywood again. Finishes that, does Fisher King, which is actually, it's mildly successful. Fisher King was mildly successful, and this is the first movie that Terry Gilliam did again with Universal Studios since Brazil. And they got into this big fucking knockdown, drag out fight over Brazil because he did not have Final Cut. And then they tacked on an ending to Brazil that he absolutely hated. And so he would show some of the critics like his cut of Brazil, like doing it illegally behind Universal's back and kind of forcing Universal into a corner where they had to release his version of the movie as opposed to their version of the movie. And so it was this big fight. And so Universal used it against him, his going over budget and going over time on Baron Munchausen. So they put him on a strict budget. $29 million is what he was given to make this movie. This is also not written by Terry Gilliam.
No.
It's the second movie that he did in a row. He did Fisher King and then he did this, and neither one of those were written by Terry Gilliam. And so whenever he did this movie, he was hand selected by the executive producer and then brought in to be able to make this movie and given this budget and he was given Final Cut. And given Final Cut only under the stipulations that he could not go over budget and he could not go over time, and that was it. $29 million he did, and man, I'm telling you, they did a shit ton for this movie. Using that $29 million, and Bruce Willis is a large part to why they were actually able to stay within that budget as well. So.
Yeah. And so it ends up grossing 168.9 million. So basically 169. So it was 140 million over.
Critical success, financial success. Yeah, it was big.
It's big for a weird ass movie like this.
Weird ass movie.
The 90s, it definitely is a time where
weird ass time
movies can make a lot of money.
Yep.
I mean, like The Matrix is a weird movie,
super weird,
but it makes a bunch of money and people kind of forget how weird The Matrix is.
See, like we were at the end. There's a time that was happening then, and Terry Gilliam was really like the old guard of like weird directors coming in to be able to make movies. There was a lot of newer directors and a lot of newer ideas and everything like that was happening in the 90s. And then this movie kind of just fit right into those, like rolled right into those movies as well.
Yeah, that is true. Because Terry Gilliam's kind of too new for the 80s.
Correct.
Like it's a little
I mean,
too
he
much.
still did. He did a bunch of movies like through the 80s, and then like he did is Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, and so he did those kind of movies and stuff like that. And then but he's always made super super weird movies. If you haven't watched Brazil, Brazil is fucked up, super weird. Adventures of Baron Munchausen. I don't know how long it's been since you've watched that, or if you have watched that.
I've watched it as a long time, barely even remember it.
God damn, it's an insane movie, and I love it so very much. So yeah.
Do you think it's like a pre-2000 thing? Why everyone's making movies like this, like Y2K scare?
Well, I think it might have had a little bit to do with it, but I think a lot of it was there was a changing of the guard in Hollywood where you had all these old. Like the way that movies had been made before like the 1990s, and it was all these old all the old movie producers and stuff like that, and all the old like Universal and Paramount Pictures and all the like big major production studios. A lot of the members that they had that used to run those studios, they were all dying off, or they were all retiring out, and they were just like they were getting out of the business. And so you had a lot of younger people that were coming in, so they wanted to bring in some younger talent to be able to kind of like pick up Hollywood and then drag it out of like old times and bring it into something new. And so, and I think a lot of that was the fact that we were turning the millennium and kind of crossing the barrier there. But like a lot of that was just studios just really just wanting to be able to update. And this is kind of how we got there. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but Blaine, are you meaning more like the theme of the movie? Like as far as like making movies about like this, like a dystopian,
like the Matrix, and then this one, right. Yeah.
Well, I think that is a little bit of it too, because there's also like some health scares going on.
Sure.
Because isn't this the same year Outbreak came out?
Yes, Outbreak. Yeah.
So Outbreak's also 95, which Outbreak is basically
incredible movie.
Oh, so good. Blaine, add it to the list. Outbreak. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman. And that's about all I can. And John Malkovich, I think.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. You'll recognize that name from Snow Dogs, I believe.
Snow Dogs, Iron Man 1.
He's not in that.
Definitely not. Definitely
that's
not.
Terrence Howard.
That is Terrence Howard. Hold on, I got one. Hustle and Flow. Or is that Terrence
That's also Terrence Howard?
That's also Terrence Howard.
Are they not the same person?
That's Terrence Howard.
Wait, I got one. One. Radio. Yes.
Radio. There you go.
The story of your life. Like,
brother,
you should know Radio for God's sakes.
Shit.
That's so there's Cuba Gooding Jr. But yeah, Outbreak. So you get like a lot of movies like that are kind of, oh shit, we don't know what's gonna happen in the next in the new millennium. And it's all like cyber connected. And you start getting that entering into movies like what was that movie with Sandra Bullock, The Net, where it's like talking about how horrible like the internet's going to be, or like all these things. It's just very. It's like the early days of the internet, but like they're predicting this is like almost apocalyptic.
Well, but like this is kind of like two different things going on at the same time, which is like. It's the beginning of like internet culture, but also it is the end of the world. So
right.
It's like how do you
mesh
these two things together? Yeah,
because it's one bringing on the other.
Correct.
A lot of people think that the internet culture is going to bring on the collapse of the world, the collapse of society. Which nobody I remember gave a damn about Y2K. We were like, yeah, we'll be all right.
I was a computer programmer during Y2K. And it caused a shit ton of work for everybody. I can tell you that right now. But apart from that, I mean, it was nothing.
You weren't hoarding shit?
No. We had a little Y2K
Circuit City, right?
We had a Y2K party. That was before I was at Circuit City. We had a Y2K party, and then nothing happened, and then everybody went on about their lives.
Did you think something was going to happen?
Do what?
Did you think something was going to happen?
No, I didn't think anything was going to happen, but like it was a gigantic scare across the entire world at that particular point in time of like what was going to happen whenever they switched like that.
Yeah,
that
the 99
the 99 became a 0,
right?
And like, was it going to shut down all the computers globally? Was it going to reset us back to the dark ages? I mean, I kind of wish it had, but we also wouldn't be sitting here doing this right now. So,
well, some people would probably think that's for the better, but yeah,
I kind of think it's for the better, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I think yeah, that's interesting. Because I mean, I don't really remember Y2K. I was fucking 4 or 5 years old. So
Yeah.
Or maybe I was probably 5 or 6. I didn't really I was at burn the bastard down. I don't care. I'm over it.
At 6, Cody was drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette. He's like burning his motherfucker down.
I mean, my mind was on Dale Earnhardt and and Kid Rock. That was about all I gave a fuck about at 6. Yeah. So I was like, as long as I can watch Dale driving a circle,
there you go.
Damn, what happens?
Go. Left turn, Dale.
Until he didn't. So, anyways,
gotta love it.
Rest in peace. Moment of silence for Dale. All right. So the origins of the movie. Movie is based on a 1962 short film by Chris Markers called La Jetée. I'm gonna pronounce it like a douche, but I think that's
on YouTube.
Right. I was gonna watch it and then decided not to because I hate short films probably more than anything on this planet.
I think that if you watched it, your soul would have escaped your body as well because it is late. It's got some video to it, but the vast majority of it is it's pictures, narration over black and white photos. And like, it's really, it's interesting. It's about a guy, it's about an apocalypse, atomic nuclear war, atomic bombs dropped on Paris. People, they have to go live underground. They do send people back to the past to be able to get supplies and shit from the past. And it's a guy who basically ends up seeing his own death. And that's where they got the idea for this movie from.
Right. I can see that. You can kind of get the bones from that.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time somebody drops one on fucking Perry. That place, from what I've heard, has turned into a real shithole, but that's that's something for another day, I suppose. But yeah, Blaine, I'm going to go ahead and throw one out there to you. You've definitely never seen this, but add it to your list. Threads. Tyler, you ever seen Threads?
No, I don't know if that I have. Hold on.
Oh, y'all both need to watch that movie. Just go down a little post-apocalyptic rabbit hole. We all probably should. Threads is a British film that came out in, I think, 81, maybe. And it's basically like what would happen if there's an
84.
And it is wild. It's one of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
So
let's check it out.
Recommendation for everybody.
I've added it to my list.
Yep, add it to the list for sure. So Terry Gilliam is approached to direct the film. He was about to direct an adaptation of A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. He decided not to. I mean, he ends up not doing that. Thank God.
Do you know who was going to star?
In what, A Tale of Two Cities?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage?
No, it's Mel Gibson.
I
know.
I would have been into that.
Yeah.
I'm a big Mel Gibson fan.
Height of Mel Gibson too.
Yeah, this is
height.
God, yeah, this is like right before Braveheart. This is like post Lethal Weapon, pre Braveheart.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Man, that would have been good. Nicolas Cage, still better choice. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
No, definitely not. Definitely.
There's a clue. All right, I gotta stop.
Yeah, he had to get it out.
Yeah, I've been doing that all day, and it's like a weird autistic itch. It has become a tick for sure. Yeah. Well, there are worse ticks, as we've learned.
As we have learned
from the old.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Couldn't be worse. Anyway, so the movie's directed by Terry Gilliam, which, I mean, what I know him most for is Monty Python, which is probably what most people, I would say, would recognize the name from, although he has made a lot of great, big movies. But him being the guy behind the animations and directing the Holy Grail. Did he direct Life of Brian, or did Graham Chapman direct Life of Brian? I can't remember. I thought Graham Chapman might have directed that one. Which Life of Brian, unpopular opinion, Life of Brian is the better movie.
It is.
Okay.
It is definitely a better movie. It's Terry Jones. Terry Jones directed it. Written by Graham Chapman, John Cleese, Terry Gilliam, Eric Idle, Terry Jones, Michael Palin.
All Monty Python Flying Circus. Yeah. Bro, Life of Brian, Blaine, we'll be doing this at some point. You can watch it if you like, but we'll definitely be doing Life of Brian at some point. Biggest Dickus. Just remember that name.
Biggest
Dickus? Yeah. So the movie is written by David and Janet Peoples, a husband and wife team. David Peoples is the guy who also wrote Blade Runner and The Unforgiven. So good job, David.
Janet knows what he's doing.
Janet, I don't know what she's really bringing to the table. This seems like a kind of well, can I help? One of those sort of things.
I think she actually, she did kick around some ideas. I do some pretty deep research whenever we do these podcasts. And I watched a 2-hour documentary about the making of this movie. And
you don't have to do all that.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. It is fascinating. It gives you a crazy in-depth look. It follows them from like origin all the way through to the release of the movie, and then like lawsuits and shit that were settled after the movie. Like it literally takes you through the entire process. You get to go through the casting, you get to go through like every bit of it, all the way that Terry Gilliam films. Well worth it.
Yeah, I see. I'm not going to be doing any of that. I'll just be honest. I'm working on doing a testosterone cycle, so I can't really be bothered by any of this. Blaine, you're probably in that too. I got P90X DVDs coming in the mail that I got to be ready for.
Me and Cody got our protein shakes coming in next week.
Oh yeah,
lots of whey.
Blaine's got a closet full of creatine with our names on it.
2 closets.
Oh Idiots. My God, we're gonna be fucking jacked by the summer. So the
can't wait.
So the movie stars Bruce Willis as James Cole. God, Bruce Willis is so good in this movie. Obviously, Brad Pitt gets all the credit, and kind of rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
God, Bruce Willis is good though. He can play like on Bruce the Willis. Verge of losing his shit, but also like. It's weird for an action star to also be so good at being like vulnerable.
You get to
Bruce
see a
Willis
lot of that.
Very good at that.
You get to see a lot of that second half of the movie. I have criticisms about the first half of the movie, but we'll get into that.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Blaine, what do you think of Bruce Willis in this?
Bruce Willis did a good job, but everything I've ever seen him in, he plays the same character. He reminds me a lot of Chris Pratt in a way. Chris Pratt is Chris Pratt, no matter what you watch. Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis, no matter what you watch.
You see that rising up from the depths?
Except for now, Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis.
But Blaine, I was waiting for you to pull some fucking Bruce Willis jokes. Fuck off. None of we will have none of that. Bruce Willis is a cinema icon. Show some respect.
He is.
Every day I have to go in and make sure Bruce Willis is still alive because of Blaine. Because I know that the second that he does
happens, guys.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
You guys will have some text messages.
Block Blaine.
Blaine's got a $500 bet on Cashy or whatever the hell that's called.
$650 bet, and the date is.
Blaine's going to be making a trip to California the night before just in case.
I'm going to make sure it happens.
Yeah. So Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe. Great seeing Madeline Stowe in a movie.
Great.
Haven't had that happen in a while. But Madeline Stowe is Dr. Catherine Rayleigh. God, I kind of forgot how hot Madeline Stowe was.
Hot. Nailed it. Incredible.
Pretty lady there.
Great performance.
She also is very good in this movie.
Great.
So good.
Better than Bruce Willis.
I'd say, definitely.
I'd agree with you, Blaine. I'd say
Thank you.
I'd say she should get so much more credit for this movie, which we'll get to in a segment. But and we got Christopher Plummer as Leland Goins, Dr. Leland Goins. He's not in the movie until like an hour and something into the movie.
And he's only got like maybe 4 minutes of screen time.
Crazy. I always forget that he's hardly in this movie. And we got Brad Pitt as Jeffrey Goins, which go ahead and devote some time to this.
Yeah, this is the thing that you have to understand about the time that they did this, the time that they made this movie is Brad Pitt was an unknown actor really at whenever they started making this movie. And then Interview with the Vampire and Legends of the Fall come out, and all of this happens. And so he gets basically paid scale coming into this. He does not get Brad Pitt money going
Right.
making this movie. And so that's a lot of another way that allowed them to be able to save money on like cast and stuff like that. So really the only mega star that they had that was going to like draw crowds in was Bruce Willis at the beginning of production. By the end of this, they had two of the biggest movie stars in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible to be able to get Brad Pitt at that particular point in time.
Yeah. I mean, this movie comes out a couple months later. I mean, it was made a couple months later. He's already gotten too much.
Megastar. Yeah. He wouldn't have been in this movie had this movie pushed production by 2 or 3 months.
And to me,
100%.
This is where Brad Pitt shines the most.
Absolutely.
Is when he is not the main actor. He's not, to me, as crazy as this may sound, he's not a good leading man. He is so much better when he's second fiddle, but he's so good in those roles that he kind of like damn near overtakes everybody. So you take a Fight Club, like that's Edward Norton. Edward Norton's leading role. Who do you remember the most when you think of Fight Club? Fucking Brad Pitt.
Well, it's the same thing like Legends of the Fall.
Legends of the Fall. I mean,
7, yeah, like 100%. Whenever he's the
Oceans
other guy. Yes.
Ocean's 11, he's the best character in the movie.
Hands down.
I mean, I'm partial to Casey Affleck and Scott Conn.
I bet because you live next door to those guys.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
They're so funny in those movies. But Brad Pitt's like the cooler guy in the movie, you know, like he just, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, even like recently, like Leo's the main guy, but I am way more drawn to Brad Pitt, to Cliff Booth than I am to Leo.
And he's also, and he's very easy on the eyes too. So, I mean, he definitely has that going for him. And look, and I think that's one of the things about this movie that is like really surprising to a lot of people. And Blaine, you might be able to answer for this as well. To be able to see somebody that is of the like Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt caliber. Think of Legends of the Fall. You probably haven't seen Legends of the Fall. Beautiful, like just one of the most beautiful human beings on earth. To be able to come into this movie and they give him that fucking weird ass eyeball for this movie. God damn,
it was amazing though.
It was so good.
I loved that part.
Yeah.
He can play like frantic lunatic and coolest guy on the planet so well.
Do you know
not a lot of people can pull both of those things off, and I do know what you're about to say.
So I just learned that in reading this. So they did 2 things that allowed him to be able to play that frantic lunatic character. One is they took his cigarettes away,
which would definitely do it.
Okay. Yeah. There's number 1. Which a lot of people credit that, but the other part of that is he spent weeks going to a psychiatric like hospital and then studying up and like learning how these people act and like what a bipolar person would act like and what a schizophrenic person would act like and like where to be able to turn that up and where to be able to turn that down. And it's so weird seeing somebody who you see as Jeffrey Goins in the movie. When I was watching this documentary, seeing him in the chair talking to this doctor and learning these things, and then he immediately turns that on and becomes that character, and you're like, holy shit, like he's so good at that.
Yeah, so good. God, Brad Pitt, man, in this movie is just absolutely firing on all cylinders the whole time. It gets a little old after a while. I will just go ahead and say that. His character starts to, which obviously his character is not like a good guy, but it does start to get to where you're like, oh my God, tone it the fuck down. It's a Rain Man syndrome, you know?
Sure.
Like after a while, you're like, okay, we get it. Like
I
Dustin
think if
Hoffman,
he was
we get it. You know, like numbers and shit. We know.
I think if he was in more of the movie, I would have way more of that. But because he's really only in 2 separate parts of this movie. I mean, technically 3 separate parts of the movie.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't get overwhelming really until like the very, very, very end of it. So yeah.
Fair enough. Movie also stars John Seda, who you may know is the guitarist for Selena's band in the movie Selena, I think. In the John Seda, I'm pretty sure it is.
It's
been a long
definitely
time
not,
since I've seen Selena, but
it's
I'm
not
pretty sure
high
that's
on
John
my
Seda.
on my list. Yeah.
Well, that's not good. Selena's fucking incredible. Bitty
I
bitty
know.
bum
It's just
bum.
I may have
Como
seen
la
that.
Flor.
I've seen it once. I've seen it once.
That's insane.
well,
I cry like a fucking baby every time I watch that movie. It's so sad. 23 years old. Candle in the Wind. Yeah, you know.
It's a very disturbing, sad story.
It is. Fuck Yolanda Salvador, you know. And then also David Morse. Probably like one of his first roles. I mean,
one of the first roles that I remember him from.
Yeah.
And
because it was Green Mile is what, 4 years after this. I mean,
or
a couple, something like that. Like he's, you know, he
Do
starts
you
to
know
build
that-
up after. But
do you know the next time that David Morse and Brad Pitt worked together?
World War Z.
Yeah, World War Z.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great movie.
love that. Like I
Yeah.
loved seeing him in that movie whenever he's like, you know, and it's kind of the
Yeah.
same theme where he's like he pulls all of his fucking teeth out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yep.
It's such a good little cameo.
Oh yeah, great.
Blaine, first movie you think of when you think of Dave Morse? Go.
Disturbia.
Yeah, I knew it. Same.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the first one I think of.
Mhm.
Is the neighbor Robert or something? I think is what it was.
God
Yeah.
damn, was that I watched that movie. I've seen that movie probably 100 times.
Blaine, Disturbia
Really?
will be happening at some point. Trust
It's a
me.
great
I
movie.
love
I
that
love that
movie.
movie.
wait.
Watched it this
Yeah.
week.
Oh, so
Really?
good. Yeah, I
It
fall
comes
asleep
on
to that movie.
Samsung Live
constantly.
TV all the time, and I just sit here and watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one that I put on to fall asleep to pretty
Mhm.
frequently. So so the movie original casting, these are not the original choices, at least for the two main roles. Bruce Willis's role originally supposed to be Nick Nolte. He's not doing this.
Nope.
No. Bruce Willis, you know, I mean, y'all can both sit there and shit on the memory of Bruce Willis all you want, but Nick Nolte, you know, Bruce Willis was the right person for this.
Oh, 100%.
And Brad Pitt role originally Jeff Bridges, which also not, he doesn't have frantic, like Jeff Bridges is the opposite of frantic, you know?
I think I think he's now known for being that super chill, super cool, laid back, the dude.
He's like that
And-
in everything before that. He's like that
Well,
in The
yeah.
Vanishing, and he's a serial killer in that movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's such
with
a
that
good
weird
movie.
accent.
God, it's such a good movie.
He's like that in The Last Picture Show. Look, it was in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
kind of cool. Like, I don't know. I just Jeff Bridges kind of always has that, you know, he's not like Tommy Lee Jones where he could do both. Tommy
Right.
Lee Jones can do frantic really well, but also be
Yes.
like real cool, stone faced, you know. Jeff Bridges just doesn't have that to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Terry Gilliam did not want Brad Pitt. Didn't think
Well,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt could do it. Thought he's, you know, kind of like pretty boy young actor, and
Yep.
Brad Pitt proved him wrong. For
Yeah.
sure.
Well, not only
Um,
that, but like, and you know, Bruce Willis was kind of almost forced upon him because the studio wanted a big name to be able to carry the movie. They needed something that was going to be a box office draw. They needed something that was going to guarantee a return for them. And he originally didn't want Brad Pitt, but Brad Pitt did try out for the Jeff Bridges character in Fisher King.
Yeah.
And
Bruce Willis, you mean?
I mean, yes, Bruce
Yeah.
Willis. That's what I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Bruce Willis was forced upon him because he was a big name. And
Well, he did say that he liked
him.
that he
Liked his
liked him
audition.
whenever he did the audition for Fisher King, because of the vulnerabilities and like
Correct.
You know, he was so surprised.
And
at
he
how-
wanted to see
Well, he saw it
him-
because of Die Hard. So he
Yes.
watched Die Hard and saw the scene where he's talking to his wife while pulling the glass out of his feet and was like, "Oh my God, this guy can be like an action star, but also can be super vulnerable." And I mean, that's his first damn movie. So he's like,
Oh, I
you
know.
I definitely
Yep.
want to have him try for Fisher King. But
him
and
his
Fisher King
ability-
would have been great, by the way.
I think he would have done fine in the Fisher King.
Yeah.
And I like him in this, and like after this movie, like he has a fucking crazy run of movies. Like he had before coming into this, he had been on the whole Die Hard franchise thing. And then after this, he does was it Pulp Fiction, and he does, or was the Pulp
No,
Fiction
Pulp
released
Fiction's
right before
94.
this? Yeah,
So it's
Pulp
right
Fiction
before.
released right before this movie.
Yeah.
and and that's like a different take on the entire Bruce Willis character as well. And so like he had a lot of really good working with like up and coming or like weird weird directors that allowed him to be able to like just kind of show his acting chops. And he does in this movie. I think that you see a lot more of that vulnerability. Again, for me, it's the second half of the movie. The first part of the movie, and I understand what they were going for, but it seems way more like Bruce Willis, the first part.
Yeah, I guess. See, I don't know, man. I just don't think so. I mean, just difference of opinion, but
I know.
I think it's very unlike Bruce Willis, to be the cool action guy and to come in there and just drooling and freaking out and just losing it.
I mean, love those scenes.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's fucking Bruce. That's a different Bruce Willis. Different Bruce. When did last Boy Scout come out? Is that before this or after
right
this?
around that time? Is like 95, 96, somewhere
was
in
that
there.
Tony Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah. So another guy from the 80s who was still killing it in the 90s.
Oh, I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go through some memorable moments, shall we? As I'm going through these, if I skip over one, feel free to, bring it up. I'm going to go in order, but I'm not going to go through every damn scene like we normally do. Fuck all that. So first memorable moment I got, actually credits. I mean, I'll start at the very beginning because those credits are very good. It's weird. It looks like kind of like a DMT trip.
Yeah.
It sets the mood for a movie that is going to be pretty odd.
Love it. Absolutely. Opening credits from the jump. You get this. It's so damn good.
It's very Terry Gilliam.
Very Terry Gilliam.
That it's a Terry Gilliam movie. There's almost like a Tim Burton-ish feel to Terry Gilliam's movies, and you really notice it in this one. Like the like props, the set design, everything is very like if Tim Burton was making a post-apocalyptic, virus breakout,
you would be able to see it immediately. Absolutely.
So first one goes Bruce Willis. Kind of the first time that we're getting to see old Bruce Willis whenever he's in the hazmat suit. So Bruce Willis is going in that hazmat suit. Looks like something that Jared Leto would wear to the Met Gala.
The full body condom. Yeah.
Yes, full. Yeah, he goes into the full body Durex. And, and goes out there and he's looking for God knows what in the snow. But I like that scene. It sort of just builds up that because they're in the jail cells. It's grimy as hell. Next one I got Bruce Willis, his first meeting with Dr. Rayleigh when he's all zonked out of his mind. God, just a great moment. I mean, it's very fentanyl overdose. Like Narcan needed.
It was foreshadowing to his future.
Blaine,
dude.
I knew you because when I was watching this movie, as soon as I saw that, I was like, fucking Blaine's probably laughing his ass right now. That was the first thing I thought of. Oh, fuck.
That's my first note to say when you said that.
Yeah. I'm glad you got it in.
Thank you.
Rick.
Thank you.
But it is just a great scene. And you find out that Cole, Bruce Willis, thinks that he's in the future, but the past. He finds out he's in the past from a future that is the past. Oh God,
none of it made sense.
It's a little
his past, and also his past. Yes, simultaneously.
Right. It's a past of a past because 1996 is the past that he's going into. I guess we should lay out the timeline. He's in 2035 at the beginning, right?
Correct.
Right.
2035 in the beginning.
2035. And then he's trying to go to 1996 because 1996 is whenever the virus happens.
Correct.
And he ends up getting launched back to 1990. So a little bit of an overshoot.
Listen, they're not great at this whole landing them in the right year, as we discover very, very, very quickly. Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's probably
I love
tough.
how you get into the logistics of it. It's probably not easy.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking, people,
you don't use your time traveler the right way. The fuck?
Yeah, I know.
But I'm just saying it's a little convoluted.
Yes.
And they do not explain it that well. Even though you can tell they are kind of trying to, I still was like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, and I know what happens. Yeah. Still was like, goddamn. So next memorable moment I got, first time in the psych ward. Holy hell, this scene is absolutely incredible. We get the Brad Pitt intro, and that's when this movie starts to amp up and fire on all cylinders, I think. What about y'all? Enjoy the scene? What do y'all think of this scene? Because I think this is a big moment in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love so much of for me, like I love the future scene. I love all of the
like a Clockwork Orange-y kind
of
doctors.
I love all of that shit. But like I also love all of like the in the psychiatric unit, all of those sequences, they're just all incredibly well done.
Yeah. Blaine, what about you? What do you think? Brad Pitt, first exposure to Brad Pitt in this movie. What do you
absolutely love it?
All the Brad Pitt scenes were absolutely great. Like I was so caught off guard with his eye and all that. I had to look up how they did that, and I was like, oh, contact, that's cool. I can just just walk around like that.
The very first time I saw this movie, I was like, can he just fucking do that?
Yeah. I thought he was. I legit thought he was, and then I remembered, oh yeah, he does have that weird contact in.
Yeah.
Incredibly cool. But then I thought the scene drug on forever.
The whole introduction of all of the different places and all the different people and all the different things. Yeah.
I had to pause it and go do some stuff. And then I came back to it and picked back up, and I was like, okay, cool. I can watch it again. But it took forever for that scene to go. But Brad Pitt was great.
Especially when you pause it and go, cook lunch and take a shit. Yeah, that'll make a scene last forever.
It does.
It's weird how whenever you just let it play through, it only lasted about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? God. Yeah, that little brain.
Man,
I mean, you're trying your best,
man.
And that's all we could ask for. So
it's just tough.
Yeah, I get it. Blaine gets a little sleepy, and things distract him. But I'd like it, and you get like an early taste of Tyler Durden.
Oh yeah,
when he goes on that rant. The rant about consumerism and television. They want you to buy this, buy that, and blah, blah, blah. It is very much basically same rant he gives when in the basement. They all told us we grew up to be actors or rock stars and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's very, very similar. I like it.
Like, there are so many great lines that happen in that like 8-minute long rant that he does where he leads them through from the start of My Chair all the way through to the games. These are the games that you can play. These are the games that want to be freed.
Yeah,
they're all locked up in there.
Like
there's so many great moments throughout that entire walkthrough that you get that are just you will get to see those later on. Those do become, it is like a quintessential like Tyler Durden type of thing that you get early in his career, which is awesome.
Yeah. Well, you also get you get a little connection to Sixth Sense in this movie.
Yeah, but like 4 years before Sixth Sense comes out. Yeah.
So that line did come. I heard that and I was like, wait, isn't that what he said in the Sixth Sense?
Okay.
I was like, I see dead people. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
All I see is dead people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. So then the next one I had was when Bruce Willis gets taken in to meet with the doctors, including Dr. Rayleigh, and he's trying to explain the situation to the doctors. I think this is what Bruce Willis does best is that thing, that kind of quiet intensity where he's on the verge of wanting to snap, and he kind of does. There's like a couple moments where he does, but otherwise he's just trying his best to like explain what's going on. I don't know. I just think Bruce Willis is so fucking underrated as an actor. I've always thought that, and I think like this scene is one of those where like show that to people and say like, well, now how is Bruce Willis not one of the best actors ever? Like it's simple. Like it's not like There Will Be Blood or some shit, but
right,
it's just great acting.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a really good scene as well. And you really kind of get into the meat and potatoes. Well, you start to get this introduction to, is he crazy? Or like, is is the future? Is that all? That's it. Is that in his brain? Like is this a mental episode that he's having? Or is this play out as reality? Yeah.
Yeah. And then next scene, memorable moment. Brad Pitt telling the Dr. Semmelweis story, which the story of Dr. Ignaz Semmelweis is pretty wild. I mean, it's basically what Brad Pitt spells out. There's a doctor who, kind of came up with germ theory, because at the time, people didn't think germs are real. You started noticing that the doctors who clean their hands and instruments with like this chlorine lime solution, that their patients lived, and the ones who weren't using the chlorine lime solution, their patients died. He's like, oh, well, there must be something getting transmitted from one to the other. And everybody thought he was a goddamn psycho and had him locked in a mental institution.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
So
yeah, didn't he also like it started the whole he wanted everybody to wash their hands, so he started washing his hands, and then like baby deaths after the child was born, baby deaths went down drastically went down. And like there's so much around that when he's like he's like, you believe in germs, right? And then like starts to do the whole explanation of thing. I love that moment.
Yeah, it's just great. It's such a good moment with like full circle of like Semmelweis being put in a mental asylum for his crazy ideas. And it's kind of leading you to think like, oh, well, Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis, they may have these crazy ideas that are locked in an asylum for. That doesn't mean that they might not be true. So it kind of gives you that sort of feel. Oh, and then Brad Pitt shows his ass to everybody, which is it's pretty much jumps from there. Well, Bruce Willis,
we had Bruce's earlier. We saw Bruce's ass in the shower
a couple times,
twice.
But
see that is right after the spider eating moment.
Right.
When right in the middle of Brad Pitt talking, and he reaches over there and then snags that spider and throws it in his mouth. And then you can see Brad Pitt go. And then
Brad Pitt's
and then he paused for a second and then jumped right back into conversation. It was so goddamn good.
Yeah, God, Brad Pitt's. I keep thinking about just how fucking great, like his facial expressions, his little ticks, like, so good. But it's basically Brad Pitt trying to create a diversion, and then Brad Pitt creates a diversion for Bruce Willis to be able to get a key to escape, and it is one of the most frustrating escape scenes in movie history. Like, just pick up the pace. I mean, granted, Bruce Willis is has been given enough ketamine to kill a
beginning
Matthew Perry,
to degrade.
But
kill a Matthew Perry.
Well, it's a lot of ketamine.
No, I get it. Yeah,
but and he gets the key and everything, and he makes it sort of. But I just think that whole scene is very suspenseful. Like, it's a good suspense, good,
really good,
moment.
Incredibly well done. But him fucking slobbering mess, and he goes and he flips over when Brad Pitt flips over all the boards and then grabs the pillow and then tears like all that. No, that was the pillow tearing was earlier. It was just all the madness and chaos. And
he's throwing the pillow at the guards at one point.
Takes Bruce Willis and then pushes him out of the fucking seat. He falls onto the floor. So good.
He's like, here's your chance. Here's your chance, Jimbo. Like, he just keeps saying it. Like,
money. Like, I love that. Yeah,
that's good. Blaine, what do you think?
No, I loved it.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. I mean, you guys say everything that I want to say. I don't just want to repeat the same words over and over.
Speak up. Say something. Then you don't got to let us. Don't let us hog the audio.
I enjoy listening though. It's very cute.
Well, that's fine. Do what you want. There's no worries. So the Bruce Willis failed escape, horrible, and then it turns into a real escape.
Yeah,
he is able to. He gets restrained and everything, and is able to escape. And
are you telling me that the man locked in a room, sedated, climbed through that vent in the ceiling, and then replaced that vent fan without anybody seeing? Yep, that's what happened.
Yep, that is what I'm telling you. Yeah. Then the next scene I got, Bruce Willis going forward to 1996, and kidnaps Dr. Rayleigh,
Oh yeah.
which I
So
think
good.
is great. And we get the scene of them riding in the car to Philly. They keep playing was it Blueberry Hill, Fats
Yes, Blueberry
Domino?
Hill. Yep.
Oh, such a great song too. And him just like, being a lunatic enough to where she's like definitely skeptical of this son of a bitch, like sticking his head out the window and all that. But he is also explaining himself pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Like it verges on the line of like, you could tell how she could start to believe what he's saying a little. She's
Well,
definitely 90,
just-
maybe 80% skeptical, but
there's a couple of things that lead up to this thing. One is, so right before that, we get the scene where they instead of sending him back to 96, they drop him into World War One.
Oh, right.
In
Yeah.
France, and he gets shot in the leg.
Yeah.
And then after that, like him being in 1996, and then some time has passed that we don't get to see apparently, where he has already like looked in Baltimore and then found that it was a dead end and blah 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 in
Right.
Baltimore. So those are scenes that they ended up cutting out. But what we
Has
do
she already
get
seen the
is-
photo?
No.
No, that happens
no,
way
that's
later.
way
That
later.
happens
Yeah.
after he meets up with Jeffrey again.
Right.
But yeah, so in that scene, and as much as like we've talked about Bruce Willis and like the depth of acting and everything like that beforehand, for me, where everything gets really turned on is right there in that car ride. That car ride moving forward, it's very, you want to talk about like emotionally vulnerable, because he goes from being like, there's a difference between like being zonked out and being like, I don't know, just like catatonic versus like this childlike exuberance. And like the whole thing, he rolls the window down and he's like sticking his head out the window and he's like, oh, like the fresh air, like the just breathing it all in. And then he's excited and he wants to be able to listen to the radio and, oh man, I remember this song. And then it cuts in and it does the whole thing where it's the story of the kid stuck down the well and he remembers the beginnings of this. Like for me, it's from that car ride on that it really, you get to see what Bruce Willis is truly capable of from that moment. It's incredibly well done, incredibly well acted. Love the entire sequence of it.
Yeah. And at this point, Dr. Rayleigh has already kind of mentioned that she feels like she remembers him.
Oh yeah.
She
says
says
she's
like,
always known him.
She's like, I feel like I remember him. I know him from somewhere. Like you could tell that like Bruce Willis didn't pick her to kidnap on accident, that he also can tell that she's a little bit more accepting of what he's saying. Like she's the one who fights to let him have the phone call towards the beginning that obviously ends up being, well, at the time, a dead end. But she's the one that convinces the other psychiatrists to say, let's let him have the phone call. Like she's a little bit on his side. A little.
She wants to believe him. She either wants to believe him or she wants to break through the barrier that allows him to realize that all of this is it's a false memory, or it's this like a psychosis that's happening in that moment. So
yeah, she's supposed to represent like the actual good psychiatrists who go above and beyond and actually care and aren't just trying to eat up the hour and get the money, and yeah, she does a great job at it. Madeline Stowe, so good. So then the next memorable moment I have is Bruce Willis showing up to Dr. Goines' house. First time we meet Christopher Plummer. And Jeffrey and James have their talk. Now Jeffrey is way out of the asylum, and he's at this, giant mansion wearing a suit. Also has a long hair and a ponytail. We're starting to get interview with the vampire. Brad Pitt.
Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt.
Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Yep.
And Jeffrey, Brad Pitt, tries to convince Bruce Willis that it was he who spread the virus, not Jeffrey, which at this point, Bruce Willis has kind of already believed that, it was Jeffrey who spread this virus. Jeffrey's the leader of, the 12 monkeys and all this business.
Yeah. And come to find out, he started the 12 monkeys based upon some shit that was said to him from James in the insane asylum. So like that started the entire cycle. So it's this never ending loop that has no beginning. He hears about the 12 monkeys from the future, goes back to the past, basically starts the cycle of creation of the 12 monkeys. He creates the 12 monkeys, like goes through the entire cycle. I love
it's so good. Yeah, and time travel movies, I'll say, tend to fuck things up a little, where you're like, that doesn't make sense. This one doesn't. I mean, obviously they don't do a great job of explaining a lot of the stuff, in the beginning. But as far as like it making sense time travel wise, of it just being a loop of time travel being a loop, and there not being, I don't know. It just is done very well, and
done very well.
A lot of the times it is not. So then we got Madeline Stowe finally fully realizes that Bruce Willis is really time traveling, and a great moment is when she's looking through the book, the World War I book. Well, they dig out a bullet because he has a bullet in his leg, and she, as a doctor, is like, "Well, I'm
fired later than 1920."
Yeah, and find out the bullet is an antique.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she sees a photograph in a World War II book. And sure enough, there's Bruce Willis. I mean, World War I book, and sure enough, there's Bruce Willis.
Him reaching across
in the distance.
Oh, so good.
Which I love little moments like that.
That was such a cool scene.
Great moment, and you could see like the look in her eyes where like the she's scared and like I don't know, it's just everything coming to realization right there in that moment. So goddamn good.
Yeah. Have I missed anything so far that y'all want to add yet?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff about the future that I really enjoy, but yeah, we'll dig into that here in just a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, I just meant like scenes. Is there any scenes?
Has he woke up to the painting yet, where he goes back and talks to the scientists?
That happens immediately after that moment.
This.
That's where they are singing Blueberry Hill to him.
I have a fun question for this.
Yeah. What's the question?
Yeah, what is it one? Because we're at that scene. So
what painting would you want to wake up to if you were in that situation and had to choose? Or what image? It could be an image of anything, but it could be a painting.
Oh shit! What is it? The Death of Saturn.
Death of Saturn's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Painting. Maybe the Farrah Fawcett poster from the 70s.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably the one where you see her nipple poking through the bathing suit. That's probably what I go through. I'm like, Farrah.
I go super dark, and then that's exactly where it goes.
I just want to see Farrah Fawcett's cans. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it could be anything of that nature. I'm not, picky. It could be like a Carmen Electra centerfold from, a 90s Playboy, something along those lines. But that would be, I mean, that's probably right. And they could still sing Blueberry Hill. I'd be okay with that.
Either way, it doesn't really matter.
I like
it does fit.
Good choices.
Yeah. So so then we get Bruce Willis. Now we're kind of reaching towards the end of the movie. I mean, we're getting Madeline Stowe shows up to the 12 Monkeys, layout or layer, if you will, and does the graffiti on the wall and reconnects with Bruce Willis. And then we get, I think, a great scene. Bruce Willis and Madeline Stowe don disguises. At this point, I'll admit, because it's been so long since I've seen it, I did not make the connection with these disguises that we are going to learn later on.
Yeah.
Blaine, at this point, are these disguises seeming familiar to you at all?
Not one.
Okay.
Well, so I didn't recognize her hair color change at first. I thought it was a completely different actress. And when we first meet her back when she changes blonde, I went, "Who the fuck is this?" And then I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then later on, in the end, he's got the long hair and the mustache, and I was like, "No way, that's the same dude from the airport." But badass.
Okay,
yeah.
So we get that, and then we see the zoo animals are freed, and we learn that Jeffrey had zero interest in spreading any sort of virus.
None.
He's just some, like PETA douche who wants to free all the animals from captivity. That's like his big
Philadelphia zoo.
Yeah.
Free all the animals from the zoo. Yeah.
That's like his big, eco terrorism, whatever the hell you want to call it. Is he just wants he doesn't want there to be animals in the zoo.
Yeah.
But the whole Brad Pitt storyline for the most part has just been one giant red herring. the whole time. He's been looking for the wrong guy. Then we get, final moments of the movie. They arrive at the airport, and we then see who is the actual culprit, and that would be David Morse, the laboratory assistant working for Jeffrey's father, Christopher Plummer. Never had any reason for the most part to suspect anything, but then it
all starts to come back. It's the whole,
it starts to make
creepy
sense
in like the 1990, whenever she was given that
the speech on
the speech, and then he starts asking her all the questions afterwards, and like, wouldn't that be great for like a grand reset and this, that, and the other, and then, like, he was a super like doomsday kind of guy at that particular point in time. And then whenever you see him and he's in the laboratory and he works for Christopher Plummer, and you're like, oh shit. And then he shows up at the airport and she's going through all of the different like stops on his ticket stubs, and she's naming off all the names of the places where the virus hits.
It's the
like,
same
oh, shit.
It's the same names that Bruce Willis had named when he's talking to the doctors in the future.
Oh yeah.
When he's naming, he's going through the list of names. It's the same cities that David Morse is going to. And then you start to realize, like, oh shit, this is the scene that we've been seeing.
This is
the scene, we keep having these flashback moments of a young Bruce Willis as a child seeing a man get shot to death in an airport. And then you start to realize, oh, this is okay. So this is that scene. And then you get the realization that, oh shit, Bruce Willis is going to be killed here shortly. Like, is he going to change the future? Is he not going to change the future? Is it, what's going to happen? And ultimately, you can't have two people, coexist, or we can't have one person coexisting with himself in a future time. So we get that happen. So,
such a fucking incredible conclusion.
Yes.
Oh man, there's a line that Cole says right after he sees her with the wig, and he was like, "Oh, it was you the whole time." Like, it's when he realizes that, oh shit, no, this isn't a dream. This is all memory. This is one of my earliest memories of being a kid, and then watching this dude get killed in front of me as a kid. Yeah.
And the person that I watched was me. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I have to do it. Like, no matter what, like, I had to try to stop this guy.
Yep.
And that's the end. That's the end of the movie.
Moment.
We get
the final scene.
We get the best. It takes a twist.
Yes. So the final scene in the movie. Terry Gilliam was very unsure on whether or not he should actually add this last piece to it, which is the doctor from the future, Jones, one of the scientists from the future, sitting next to David Morse in the airplane, and like, whatever happens from there. And
I'm in insurance.
So for Terry Gilliam, that completes the cycle. So so she is not there to stop it. She cannot stop it because by stopping it negates everything. But what she can do is get a pure form of the virus and then go back to 2035 and then be able to, like, I don't know, have a cure, have something, inoculate people against it that allows them to be able to live above ground after that particular point in time. But that's the end of the cycle. And then a lot of people, I don't know, my earliest viewing of it, I was like, oh, so what the fuck does that even mean? Like, why did they even put that in there?
Right.
So it was very,
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It is the thing that completes the circle of everything, which is just amazing.
Yeah. Terry Gilliam really is kind of the Christopher Nolan before Christopher Nolan.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In a lot of these, like, this is Tenet done
the right way. I literally said that. I was like, is this Tenet?
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, I say, is this Tenet?
It's Tenet done the right way, I think, where
this one makes sense.
When Tenet makes sense too. whenever
after you watch it 15 times and
listen, every time I watch Tenet, I have this conversation. The conversation that I have goes like this. Oh, I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Before I didn't get it. Now I've got it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like 40 minutes from the end and I'm like, do I get it?
Did I get
The
it?
whole backwards fight sequence, the pincer move. I'm like, I don't think I got it. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It's gone now.
It happens to me with
every single
Memento.
time.
It happened
Oh, yeah,
like I've seen
same.
Memento so many times, and until I saw a video of Christopher Nolan like mapping
Pause.
it out on
Wayne,
a
have you seen
chalkboard.
Memento?
Yeah, I watched it with Cody.
Okay, very good. Very good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did watch Memento. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. But like I saw, Christopher Nolan like mapping it out and like showing how the timelines work. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, now
Yes.
it makes
absolutely.
sense. But yeah, I was getting more confused the more I watched Memento. And
Oh, yeah.
It's
this
a
movie, I
confusing
think,
fucking movie.
is very
Yep.
confusing. But this movie just does it perfectly. Like it wraps it up in a endless loop.
Yes.
But it's
Love
it's a loop nonetheless. There's no frayed ends of the
No.
loop. I mean, it's
No.
Movies
It
that
doesn't-
end
doesn't
with
make
a
any
non-happy ending are perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it ended and it began and it ended with the exact same moment with the
Yeah.
exact same scene. The
Right.
moment that you get is the close-up
Eyes.
look of the boy's eyes, and
Mhm.
it starts on that and it ends on that, and I
Right.
Perfect,
absolutely
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. So we did it. There's the movie. It's time to do the segments.
Let's go.
Get the fuck on out of here. So first one I got is going to be a pretty short one for this. And the Oscar goes to
Sure.
Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Brad Pitt was nominated.
Yep.
Which is kind of surprising. Not that he didn't deserve it. It's just like, holy shit. Like you kind of don't really think of him, that he would be nominated for this. And he loses to Kevin Spacey for Usual Suspects.
I mean,
I think
I mean, yeah.
that's fair.
There's
Yeah.
so many things, and we usually have a different conversation around the movie that we're doing in this particular segment.
Yeah.
In this, dude, the fucking Oscars that year were so stacked. Now,
it is wild.
now
yeah.
here's a little caveat that I have about those Oscars. So yeah, Brad Pitt was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He did win the Golden Globe that year for Best Supporting Actor,
Which is crazy to think.
This movie was the Braveheart year. So I want you to think of that.
Yeah.
Had Mel Gibson done The Tale of Two Cities with Terry Gilliam, we would not have gotten
Oh.
Braveheart. Okay.
Right.
Let that fucking sink in. All right.
Okay.
But this is also the year that Babe was nominated for Best Picture. All right.
Yeah.
So the fact that so there's two films that were not nominated for Best Picture that were all up and down the Oscars, and they were Dead Man Walking. Dead Man Walking was not nominated for Best Picture, and
That's
Usual Suspects was not nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
Which is
I didn't realize that.
fucking crazy.
Well, neither was 7.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think we had this conversation.
We did
during
when we
Seven
did
podcast.
7. Yeah.
Fuck
But
Babe.
that's
Yeah.
Babe does not need
No,
bad
choice.
So crazy. And had Terry Gilliam done A Tale of Two Cities, it definitely wouldn't have been nominated.
Who knows?
That book sucks.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Charles Dickens. Not a fan. I mean, I know Blaine likes a good Dickens every now and then, as they say. But I just think Charles Dickens stuff sucks. It's so over. It just drags on and on. He's just British Tolstoy. So
I mean, true. Yep.
Yeah. But then I wanted to throw out one because Best Actor in a Leading Role that year, I feel like Bruce Willis could have been nominated.
No.
Oh, fucking A. Y'all
Dude,
just
Mel Gibson
don't like
won-
Bruce Willis, do you?
Yeah. Look. Okay. Do you have those pulled up?
Yeah, I got so Nicolas Cage won for Leaving Las Vegas.
Las
I
Vegas.
keep it. That deserves it.
Of course.
Richard Dreyfuss for Mr. Holland's Opus deserves
Incredible movie. Absolutely.
Deserves it. Anthony Hopkins for Nixon, I think is teeters.
Yeah.
Sean Penn, Dead Man Walking, probably deserves the nomination.
Deserves it.
And then Massimo Troisi for Il Postino. Fuck that movie and fuck him. I mean, granted, he did die, so this was a posthumous nomination, which
Did
is
you
probably the
watch
only
that
reason
movie?
he got it. I've seen it a long time ago.
Okay.
Whenever I went through like a foreign film kick, I looked up
Sure.
like a bunch of foreign films that had been nominated for Oscars.
Yeah.
And I remember not liking it very much.
It's not bad. It's not my favorite movie by any stretch of the imagination. It definitely didn't deserve like a lot of the Oscar praise that it got. But I think that, the Oscars every year have to like throw something that is like artsy into it. And then this was their choice that year. So
I just feel like you could put Bruce Willis in there instead of him.
Okay.
Or even instead of Anthony Hopkins for Nixon. I think he's better in this than Anthony Hopkins is in Nixon. And Anthony Hopkins, I think, is one of the greatest actors of all time. So
no, I agree.
But I also think it's weird that Mel Gibson didn't get nominated.
So yeah, I don't know. Go back and watch Braveheart. Look, as much as I love the movie Braveheart, we've had a little bit of this conversation on the podcast before, where Mel Gibson, like at one point in time, like I said, he was supposed to be like a 16-year-old. 16, maybe a 19-year-old or whatever he is.
Yeah.
And then it's unbearable to watch. It really is. Them sneaking out, him going over and then asking the dad, and he's like a 40-year-old man at this point.
I know. Still, that doesn't negate the acting performance. And when he dies in that movie, when he gets his nuts cut off,
freedom. Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
I feel it.
So next, I love that line. Best line of the movie. Blaine, why don't you kick us off?
I've got 4 or 5 here, but I'm gonna give you one just to start. It is when Dr. Catherine Rayleigh was like, "No, don't put him in the closet and take his cash." He's like, "Are we gonna rob him?"
Okay.
We have no money. Yeah. That is a great. Yeah, that's a good part.
I'm gonna add a line to the end of that scene that I actually have written down as one of my favorite lines, which is the pimp. And he says, I was attacked by a coked up whore and some crazy dentist. It's such a great line. Such a great line.
Yep.
But one of my favorite lines, and look, you can go through and just nominate everything that Brad Pitt says in the insane asylum. He has so many good just darts that he's just throwing out there. But one of my favorite lines actually comes from Cole, and he says, I want the future to be an unknown. I want to become a whole person again. Like that whole moment whenever he realizes that, oh fuck no, this is like all of this is a circle. Like all of this, like it's all real. And he's coming to that realization. It's incredible line.
That's very good. Yeah, I got kind of a long one, but I'll run through it. Is Jeffrey Goins doing the Tyler Durden monologue?
Yeah.
I mean, that I think is the greatest line. It's there's the television. It's all right there. Look, listen, kneel, pray. Commercials. We're not productive anymore. We don't make things anymore. It's all automated. What are we for then? We're consumers, Jim. Yeah, okay. Buy a lot of stuff. You're a good citizen. But if you don't buy a lot of stuff, what are you then? I ask you. What? Mentally ill. Fact, Jim. Fact. And it goes on longer than that. But I just think it's I like seeing methamphetamine Tyler Durden.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Completely coked out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This definitely sounds like a conversation that I've overheard
in a bathroom
quite a
somewhere.
few times.
Yeah.
Bathrooms at a bar. Hear that from the stalls, and like, you're like, oh, there's all this toilet paper, new cars, computerized yo-yos, all that bullshit. All right, scene stealer. Whose performance is most fun to watch? I mean, come on.
That's Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Jeffrey Goins just owns this entire thing.
Yeah. Not Christopher Plummer.
I mean, look, Christopher Plummer, he comes in and he lays down like a good 4 or 5 minutes. He really does.
Yeah. He is good. I mean, he's still good. And he's still fucking, he's Captain Von Trapp or whatever the hell his name is.
Absolutely.
Blaine, have you ever seen Sound of Music?
There's no way.
No, you're not missing out. That movie sucks.
Oh, dude, it's so good. What are you talking about?
Okay. Well, let me tell you, if the Nazis were hunting me down, I wouldn't be out there yodeling and singing
in the Swiss Alps. Come on, you would.
Well, maybe a little. All right, sales pitch scene. What scene would you show to someone who's never seen the movie to convince them to watch the movie? Blaine, give us one there.
I've got Bruce Willis drooling in a chair in the office talking to Rayleigh. And
Okay.
That's what you got.
Yeah, I was just like, that would just lead you into like, because I mean, a lot of parts don't explain this movie at all. I could put the scene with all the animals running on the freeway, and it would make.
It doesn't have to explain the movie. It's just
No,
like
not at all.
something to get someone's attention.
And that would get
draw them in.
Bruce Willis drooling in the chair.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, that is actually pretty true. All right, Tyler, what do you got?
Mine is at the outside of Philadelphia, when he's outside in Philadelphia with the snow cover, collecting all the specimens. Him in the suit, the bear, the lion, all of that stuff that's out there. All of that while the 12 Monkeys music is playing in the background. It's just that. Like,
is
I love
an
that
accordion?
I think it sounds like an
I have
accordion.
no idea how it was done, but it's so
like
goddamn good.
Kind of
I
thing.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I got Brad Pitt's intro in The Asylum. I just think it's it's magnetic. Is it the best Asylum movie? Or is one Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, hands down wins. Yeah. Have you seen
Shutter Island?
Okay.
I've seen Shutter Island.
Shutter Island, incredible movie.
That was good.
Yep.
You put Shutter Island over 12 Monkeys?
If we're talking insane asylum movies, yes.
It's
if we're talking about
insane asylum,
like sci-fi time travel movies, no, Shutter Island doesn't win. So
it doesn't have a lot of that. That's true. Yeah. Okay, Shutter Island or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah. Blaine, you got to watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
And I love Shutter Island, but One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is like, it's, you have so many top 10 great performances that have ever been filmed, like in a single movie. So good.
Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, Danny DeVito and Jack Nicholson, like
Christopher Lloyd.
Oh yeah,
Brad Dourif, Chucky.
Yes. Very, very, very early, and Danny DeVito so young in that one as well.
It's like you look at him and you go, "Well, he is tiny, so maybe that is Danny DeVito." But then you're like, "Surely that's not Danny DeVito."
100% it is.
Yeah,
and he's whack. He's like Frank
Martini. His name? That's his name, isn't it? Martini.
Yeah, from one. But he reminds me a lot of Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny in that movie as just a young Frank Reynolds, just off his fucking rocker. Love it.
Yeah. And Scatman Carruthers. I just like the name.
Oh yeah.
I like Scatman Carruthers. If I was ever going to change my name, it'd probably be Scatman.
Scatman. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, it'd be something much different.
Yeah, well, yeah. Scatman would be for different.
Oh, it's all Scatman over here.
It'd be a little bit more of the German reason.
Fecal freak over here.
It'd be the Chuck Berry reason. Yeah. So I've heard, and Dave Matthews also. So I've heard. All right, so all right. Smoke break scene. Best scene to go outside and have a smoke break during. Tyler, why don't you go first for this?
I don't really have one of those. I mean, there's some of those that are like in the future that you could probably put in those. Maybe him in the cell. The only thing I really have written down is him in the cell with the voice that's talking to him.
Yeah.
And it's
those
probably
scenes
like
can go.
But they're so short though. They aren't really smoke break.
You'd have to puff that fucker.
Yeah.
Quick.
You just you're burning right through one. So
like Tom and Jerry, and he would just puff one and just the ash was Blaine, what do you got?
I put any time in the hospital that doesn't have Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, it is to that point, they're just such short scenes. And then it's hard to take out scenes because like they're all building to something. Like and they're all mentioning something that's gonna be important. Like
this movie is so tight. It's so tight.
Yeah. I put a Rayleigh's lecture. I think that scene, I know that it matters because like you find out that David Morse is, has the weird apocalyptic fascination. But I don't know. I mean, it was really just because I couldn't fucking think of something.
Okay.
And it was like
that's
the most
exactly my point. Yep.
Yep. All right. Maximum Overdrive. Entire soundtrack of the movie has to be songs from one band or artist. Who do you pick? Blaine, let's hear this one.
Michael Jackson.
fuck is going on?
Okay.
Did you just like
Wait.
Did you just play shuffle on your Spotify and Human Nature came up?
I went through a few
Michael
different
Jackson?
choices. So I went through a few different things, and not like a specific thing. If you just think of the song Thriller, and like the trumpets, the saxophones, the different instruments that they use, and then the sounds that they use in the movie, I was thinking along those lines, something like that.
Yeah, I would 100% think that it was going to become a musical.
Oh yeah,
if I heard the Thriller.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say "Will You Be There" from Free Willy, which is a great song. Doesn't fit too much, but dun, dun, ba-dun, ba-dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'd be into that. Tyler, what you got?
I have 2 nominations. One, which is going to be my answer, is Radiohead from like the whole OK Computer era.
Another choice.
Just all of that. I think it would fit really well in there. And then I have another nomination, but if you want to go ahead and give yours first.
Okay, I got Rage Against the Machine.
Okay, you went the opposite direction.
Yeah. Well, then you know the whole movie's kind of protesty. You know.
No, I get it. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Modern makeover.
All right, we're there.
Let's do this.
Yep. So recasting Brad Pitt's character Jeffrey Goins for 2026. Who do you got?
Evan Peters.
Okay,
that's pretty good.
Okay,
that's a good. Yeah,
good choice. Wasn't that? Didn't you?
Someone had him last week for something.
Yeah, I think it was last week as well. So yeah,
is it? Yeah, maybe so.
It was hard to pick between him and my second, but I'll tell you my second later.
Yep. All right.
I'm the same way. My first is Jeremy Allen White.
That's good.
I see it.
I am kind of torn between 2 now because I really thought y'all were going to take one of these.
Okay.
And you didn't. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Bill Skarsgård.
Okay. Yeah.
Crazy. Perfect.
All right. So now moving on to Dr. Goins, Jeffrey's Faja. I got to be the father of Bill Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh, that's so well done. That's so well done. Yeah.
So, Faja and son, you know, and Stellan Skarsgård just in general would be a good doctor.
Amazing pick. That was mine. Good job, Cody.
Thank you. All right, Tyler, who do you got?
Mine is Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, that's a good Dr. Goins.
Really great Dr. Goins.
Jeez.
I think he just deserves more screen time. That's it. So
yeah. In my version, in my redone 2026 version that isn't real, you know, I would definitely have Dr. Goins in there a lot more.
We're not remaking the movie.
The fact that this has to continue to be a conversation, not just once, not twice,
in post.
It's 100 times. Every post.
So many. I deleted probably 30 comments that said
what's
something
so funny
about that,
is
I was just like, this is pointless.
Idiots.
I get to see all the comments that you deleted. That's one of my favorite things on there. I just go through and I read all the deleted comments.
Yeah, it's so
Chef's
good.
kiss.
Yep. All right, and Blaine, who do you got for Dr. Goins?
Alfred Molina.
Oh shit. Okay.
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good.
He's already been a doc.
He's been a
doc.
So is Ray Fiennes. So
is Ray Fiennes. Yeah.
So is Stellan Skarsgård. Kind of a scientist. But
not scientist. Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. All right, Blaine. Dr. Catherine Rayleigh.
Okay.
Who's replacing Madeline Stowe?
Dude, this is such a hard choice. Okay, Rebecca Hall.
Oh,
who's Rebecca Hall?
A good one. She isn't she in the Godzilla movies or Kong Skull? She's in one of that bullshit, isn't she?
So she's in a few different things. The Town. She's in that new show, The Beauty, you're watching.
I got you. Yep.
The Studio is a show I watched recently on Apple TV.
I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah, really good.
That's a very good choice. Very good, Madeline Stowe. Tyler, who you got?
Rebecca Ferguson.
That's a good choice again.
I think she's such a she's just a really good actress. She is.
It is good. Yeah. No, that's a good one.
That's great. Good choice.
I got Haley Atwell.
Okay.
Yeah,
she's good. Yeah.
Huge
British Captain
cans.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fucking
You say
honkers
huge
on her
cans.
too.
Jesus
Good Lord.
Christ, Cody.
I'm adding nude scenes out the wazoo. Yeah. I'm going full Tarantino. Kick them shoes off, darling.
That is
Oh
great.
God.
Shit.
Oh shit. And then James Cole
Yep.
replacing Bruce Willis. All right. I got, man, I kind of want to switch. Nope. I go on first choice. Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
He's basically the modern Bruce Willis in some ways.
Yeah.
And I'd definitely be adding sex scenes with him and Haley Atwell.
Okay.
God.
There you
Get
go.
in there, Tommy. All right, Tyler, who you got? Who's
mine
replacing
is
Bruce Willis?
mine is going to be Adam Driver.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Good choice.
wow. That
Yeah.
is a
Good
good
choice.
One. That's you people are gonna light your ass up in the comments over that.
I
one.
know.
Okay.
I know.
He knows
how
how
to
to
take
take it.
Bald?
Listen, they don't have to be bald.
I know.
They don't have to be
I
bald.
know.
Yeah.
They don't have to
They
be bald.
don't.
But I
They
picked a
don't know
bald
that.
person.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
who's your bald
Blaine,
person?
Who you got?
Well,
Vin
I
Diesel.
changed my first two. Like I went back and forth a lot,
The
but I'm going
Rock.
to go with Daniel Kaluuya. I believe you say his last name.
Oh,
Okay.
Blaine, you Disneyed it.
He
I
definitely
Disneyed.
Disneyed
The
it.
comments
I
are going to
Disneyed
be
it.
Yeah.
unsatisfactory.
No, I
light your
think,
shit up, dude.
it's a good choice, but my backup was Michael Fassbender.
Okay.
Basscock's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and then love hate. Let's say, boy, what do you hate about the movie? Say one thing you hate. Blaine, why don't you go first?
I've said it multiple times, but the drug out hospital scene. But I get it. That's just my ADHD going on. I can't pay attention to something that drags itself out for so long. But
That's
I
fine.
enjoyed the Brad Pitt parts. So
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Fair call. All right, Tyler, what do you hate?
You're not gonna like my answer.
Oh, God, here we
Bruce
go.
Willis in the first half of the movie.
Fucking
know.
prick.
I know.
I mean-
listen. So there's not a whole lot about the movie that I hated. I mean, obviously, because
Yeah.
it's a movie that I've seen so fucking many times. But if I have to choose one thing that I think that is probably like the weakest link of the entire thing, it's the understated Bruce Willis in the first half of the movie. You, like I said,
Yeah.
the second half of the movie, you really get it so strong. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine is weird because like I hate it, but if it was changed, it would ruin the movie. But it's just like in my own taste. Like I hate that the movie in a sense is meaningless. Like there's basically no point to the movie. In the sense that no matter what happened,
teaches you something.
The timeline was going to happen the way the timeline happened. There
Because
was not a single thing that Bruce Willis could have done
because it's a
to
timeline.
save the day.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to teach you that a time loop is going to be a time
But
loop.
he did save the day.
No, he
What?
didn't.
Yes, he
The virus
did
still
save the
happened.
day.
5 billion people
No,
died.
Yes, I understand. So they can't change that. That has
Right.
already happened. Those things have already happened. But what he did do is he pointed them to the right person. He pointed them to the right person. He gave them David Morse. He allowed them to be able to come back and collect the virus at its origin point so that it saves the future.
Or
So-
they make
Right.
13
But-
monkeys and it's just a worse virus and another billion people die.
Okay, so what? 5 billion people are still going to die.
Correct.
Well, it's not really.
They
I don't consider that. I mean, I don't know what standard
They-
you're going off of for victory.
They
But-
can't change that though.
I
That's
know,
what I'm
and that's
saying.
what I'm saying is that like I know that the movie would be horrible if they changed that because it wouldn't be the loop and everything. But there's still the part of me that thinks like, God, I just wish that they saved
of
the
course.
day. But because they don't, because it is a loop and because it's a cycle, it does make the movie pointless. It makes it pointless because everything that happened meant absolutely nothing.
True, but also at the same point in time, Cole is the hero. 100% he's the hero because he was not doing this to save everybody from the past. That was never the goal, was to save anybody from the past. The entire goal of him going back to the past was so he could collect a specimen that allowed them in the future to be able to make a cure for it, that allowed them to be able to live like a fruitful future from 2035 on. They never sent him back to stop anything. He was back there to collect information because his memory was great and because he was really good at collecting specimens. Like, and when they the whole thing about the spider where he came back and he said that, I collected a spider. I found a spider and I really wanted to be able to collect it, but I had nowhere to store it. So I ate it. And they were like, okay, like that same idea. That's the only reason they used Bruce Willis. He had good memory. He was capable of being able to survive the craziness that happened from time travel. And he was good at being able to collect the specimens. And he went back and he led them to the point that allowed them to be able to collect that specimen and create the cure for it in the future. He's the good guy. He's the hero. It had to happen in that way in order for them to get the intended consequences that they needed.
Yeah, I guess. All right. All right. And
I'm
then
right.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true. And then what'd you love about the movie? One thing, big or small, that you loved about this movie?
I think we skipped a category, and I don't want to skip this category.
Huh?
And it's, are we sure this person is acting?
Oh, we haven't done that in like any of them. I forgot that was a category.
I don't know if we did that last week or whatever.
We haven't done that in like 4 episodes. Oh, I completely forgot that. Are we sure this person's acting is a thing?
So I only have one. Are we sure this person is acting from this movie? And it happens so like it's in such a short clip, and it's Christopher Maloney. Christopher Maloney.
Oh yeah,
he plays the detective in the movie. And he played Detective Elliot Stabler for 26 years on Law and Order. So
SVU, Special Victims Unit.
Well, yeah, and like he's on 3 different versions of Law and Order.
Well, he guest stars on them, but his main one is partnered, of course, in Mariska Hargitay.
Yes,
a weird shaped head, but still hot as fuck.
The Mansfield bar.
Christopher Maloney. Yeah, I know.
Mansfield bar for sure. I did not expect you to pull that one out. Yeah, Mansfield bar indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I'll go. For me, I think it's the homeless guy, the one that smells like shit, the old one. I'm not convinced that that's not just like an actual homeless
broken
guy.
out.
Yeah. They track you everywhere. They know where you
he's
are.
like, man, and all his fucking front teeth are all broken out. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Madeline Stowe is not acting whenever she's like, oh, God. I've been close enough to a couple of them where I was like, oh my God.
She's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Blaine, anybody you got?
I'd probably put the doctor that ends up being the insurance sales lady at the end, that's laughing and talking while she talks to Bruce in the chair.
Oh yeah.
All right. So and now we'll do hate. Love.
Love.
What's the one thing you love the most about the movie, big or small? Tyler, why don't you go first?
And I don't think we really delved a whole lot into this, but just all of the future steampunk shit that happens. It's some of my favorite parts of the movie. Every time I watch it from a visual standpoint, it is so fucking insane. This whole screen ball thing that's behind me. This one prop that they built, it cost more than almost everything that they used in the entire film. That whole interrogation sequence of him in the raised chair with the screen ball with all the screens that would talk to him, and it had like even the video of him talking in one of the screens on there. Like it's so incredibly well done and well crafted. And not only that, but like it's very like none of it's non-practical. None of it is CGI. None of it is it's all shit that they crafted to be able to make that thing. The whole condom thing that they put him inside of that shot him into the future, like they built all of that, and you can see all the little wires and everything that are running in there. There's a scene that it's in right after he comes down from the surface and he's drawing his own blood. He's sitting there naked and he's drawing his own blood. There's like it's him on one side of the screen, and then on the other side of the screen is there's a bunch of things that are happening. And one of the things that is happening is there's a hamster that's running in the wheel right over here, and it lasts. It's on screen, I think 5 seconds. That scene, to be able to do that entire scene, which that scene should have taken 5 minutes for them to film, they spent 6 hours filming this one scene with Brad Pitt naked with the thing, and they did it over and over and over again because they couldn't get the goddamn hamster to run in the goddamn wheel. And so like this is the type of director that Terry Gilliam is, and it is like it's the attention to detail that might be the death of him. It's some people would say he's a hard director to be able to work with because of that. It's less about the actors and the performance and everything like that they bring, and it's way more about like being able to find all these little intricacies inside of the scene that really make it the thing that's happening inside of Terry Gilliam's head. And that's I love so much about the future sequences and the way they're all put together. And that's like a lot of that shit is crafters that are finding these things and building these props and being able to make this whole thing come to life. It's amazing.
You would think that the amount of money that it would cost to keep filming for 6 hours, it might be cheaper to, do something else.
Weird.
So maybe Terry Gilliam's kind of a dipshit in some ways. And not everything that people do is because they're some like genius.
No,
some
I
of them
agree,
are just
100%.
fucking idiots.
But
I
whenever
get what
you
you're saying,
see that scene, you're like, why the fuck is there a hamster running in a fucking wheel over? I'd say, I don't know if I ever noticed it until after I watched the documentary and then went back and watched that scene.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, there really is a hamster
So it was
running in a fucking wheel.
pointless.
Pointless. Absolutely.
Right. So
It's a
Terry
metaphor
Gilliam
for the time loop.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Well, it is, but I mean, I'm just saying it's pointless to do it when nobody even notices the goddamn
Nobody
thing.
notices it.
You're spending 6 hours filming shit that nobody's going to care about. It's like, well, maybe you're just kind of an asshole.
And he and Bruce Willis, they had a lot of exchanged words.
Bruce Willis seems like the type to say, "Hey, can we speed this the fuck up?" Like,
not only like when Terry Gilliam would tell him to do a thing, he'd be like, "I disagree with you, but we'll do that."
That's fair.
Like
that's how I'm going to start answering, things.
Well, I mean, I disagree with you, but I'll go ahead and do that.
Right. Blaine, what did you love most?
I'd have to say how the airport scene kind of goes back to the beginning scene of the movie, ties everything back together, and then you just realize that, there's no saving anything. You're just fucked. The time loop is going to be the time loop. Time is inevitable. Do what you want, but it's not going to fix anything, bub.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. I know. I kind of did have that too, because I love like those full circle moments in movies, especially time travel movies like Looper and Minority Report. Like Minority Report has it where you realize that the scene is building up to becoming the scene from way back in the movie. Like you're seeing the pieces.
Go ahead.
Huh?
I hated Looper.
Looper was so good.
Looper has good moments. Time travel in Looper is so fucking stupid. Like it would not happen like that. Whenever they're torturing somebody in the future and their past self starts losing fucking limbs and shit.
That's dumb.
No,
yes,
because they would have had to live their entire life up till that moment that with all those limbs. Shut the fuck up. That's just dumb. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. But I'm just saying in the sense of like, that those moments you start to see them like coming together.
Minority Report does it incredibly well.
Minority Report's the best version of it. Even I would argue better than this. Like it does it so well because it does it so many times. I mean, it's the whole point of the movie, basically. Pre-crime,
Is Donnie Darko a time loop?
Donnie Darko is a loop.
Don't open that can of fucking worms.
It is. It's a it is a wormhole that self-corrects itself to stop the end of creation. That's correct.
It is a hard one to figure the fuck out. I'll say
I
that. And I'll be honest, I don't even know if I really know, but I've seen the movie probably 100 times, and I kind of don't care that I don't know. I just kind of like the movie. Oh, look at that. A little
Badass. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko is great. Man, that's such a good movie. One of the great soundtracks of all time.
Yep.
But yeah, so I would say for me, it's I love the little aha moments. Like a lot of movies do this, especially like thrillers and shit like that. And you know, time travel too, whenever a person realizes that a person's telling the truth. Like, so we get like the scene where whenever she sees the World War I photo, and you get that, oh my God, like that, like this movie has a lot of those, and those are moments where you're just like, if you for some reason were starting to lose attention, like you're right back in.
Yep.
And there's so many movies like that, when those like aha moments in a movie, and I'm a sucker for any of those in movies
every time.
Yeah, and this movie has plenty of them, so it definitely gets me. But and yeah, so let's rank the bitch and get on out. So rank it out of 10, 1 through 10. You can use 0.5s. Blaine, what do you give it?
8.
8.
7.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, we aren't on the same page on this one.
Okay.
But that's fine. Yeah. I mean, it is great. It's really good.
You know what rhymes with great?
8. Yes.
8.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not great. I think it's really good. 8. It's really, really good. But I don't know that I consider it a great movie. I like it. I think it is fun to watch. Mm-hmm. It'll probably be a while before I ever watch it again. But yeah, I mean, it's still good. Like, I would recommend
about 2 weeks before I watch it again.
Yeah. So. I mean, now that I'm saying it, I probably will watch it probably like in the next like couple months at least.
Yep.
But
I'll rewatch the Brad Pitt scenes for sure here soon.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Well, we did it. We're done.
Awesome.
Any last parting words anybody wants to throw out there?
Enjoyed it. I love sci-fi, I love time travel. I'm a fucking sucker for those things. So yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
that was it.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.